On the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Milwaukee Bucks are ready for this thing to get started. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. On the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. The Celtics are looking to grab one here for the home fans in Boston before heading out on the road. Right now, they're way down in the standings, just 12th place in the conference.
Well, they face these guys just once more after tonight. And since they dropped the first game to them earlier, I think they need to win this one, just to get their confidence going. And then obviously to have a chance to win the season series.
Yeah, I think they'll have a little bungee cord in their step, a little extra bounce and elasticity. They do not want to lose back-to-back games to this team, especially having only one more game to play against them this season.
Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Inside, it's Ilyasova and Pachulia. Brandon Knight is out there with money, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the small forward position. They get it back. Zeller. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
A good way to get things started here.
Steve, always nice to get the first points up on the board. At least I felt that way.
Knight kicks to Ilyasova. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time.
It's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
I agree. It settles the team down offensively, and you establish success in the post. That forces the defense to make some adjustments.
Now here's Turner, coming off a solid outing against Indiana. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And Thornton, a 6'4" guard, but you'll never confuse him for a point guard. A volume shooter from the moment he takes the floor. He's looking to put points up in a hurry, and he can do just that.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Well, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80% now.
And, guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
And he makes the first.
And Thornton, a streaky shooter from long range, but never shy from out there. I mean, for his career, almost half of his shot attempts have come from three-point territory.
And so he makes both from the line. And you could accuse Marcus Thornton of tunnel vision offensively. But one thing you like, he doesn't turn the ball over.
And for his size, Kevin, he's a really crafty finisher around the rim. I like to focus on what guys do. He's a scorer. He takes good care of the ball. Let's not worry about what he doesn't do. You got him there for that reason. He produces in that way.
Now, here's Thornton. He had 16 points in the win against Indiana.
And he really kept his head down, withdrawing contact, getting himself to the line, played an aggressive game. That was a big-time help for him and his team.
And the Bucks with possession here, following the bucket by the Celtics. Here's Antetokounmpo. Turner covering. 6 to shoot. Shoots from the baseline. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. The Celtics have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Zeller setting the pick for Smart. There's the feed to Turner. And there's the pass to Smart. Back to Turner. For 3. Can't get it to go. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
They just couldn't get the ball in the basket that day, guys. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Yeah, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, and they have nobody to blame but themselves. They need to work a lot harder to get good shots today.
And again, the Bucks miss. Boston leading by 4.
Boston has shown they're a team that's not afraid to make a deal with one of their stars if they think it's going to benefit the team, and quite often those deals have worked out for them.
Here's Money, following the basket by Tyler Zeller. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. Turner covering. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Well, it was the Boston Celtics winning their last game against the Indiana Pacers.
And what that game came down to, guys, was their ability to use that three-point shot so effectively.
The work they did on the perimeter was absolutely outstanding. Way too much for that defense to be able to handle.
Now, here's Thornton, averaging 14 points a game. Shots good by Turner.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
And the Bucks with some changes. Sanders checked in for Pachulia. Henson comes in for Ilyasova. And Dudley subbed in for Money. And then for Milwaukee, Pachulia. He's checked in for Sanders. Ilyasova comes in for Henson. And Money subbed in for Jared Dudley. Sullinger and Zeller together down low. Turner is out there with Thornton, and it's Prince in at the small forward. Tax is in the game for the Celtics.
Brandon Knight spent 1 season in Kentucky, now in his 4th season in the NBA. Still young and a hard worker. Fearless on the court. I think a lot of upside still there for him.
We talk about Brandon Knight's scrappiness. He ended up on some posters trying to make the right defensive play.
Yeah, I think you and everybody else remembers that DeAndre Jordan dunk. But you got to give him credit. He was trying to make a defensive play and ended up getting posterized. But I like his effort at that end of the floor. It's been a nice game for Knight. He has 8 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
Yeah, and you'd expect by the end of this game, I'm sure the numbers are going to look even better. Well, you can count on him, can't you? He seems to knock down free throws consistently all game long.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Bulls put forth a nice effort. He ended with 13 points, and he made them pay for their fouls, putting up a good amount of his totals from the line. His coach said that this was just the kind of game they needed from him as they make their postseason push. Every contribution helps, guys.
Doris, thank you. Well, guys, you know, he made play after play in that game.
Well, as he often does, Kevin, and we'll see. Maybe he'll explode again tonight because the momentum that he took away from that game, he's got to be feeling confident.
Well, I don't know if it'll carry over, but clearly the fact that you have a high-level performance in your recent memory bank has to do you some good. And like you said, Steve, we'll find out tonight whether it continues.
Here's Knight. Last game he had 13. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Here's Money, and it's blocked, and they get it back. Sullinger against Ilyasova. Clock at 6. Tries again. It's rebounded by Thornton.
You know, they haven't been able to open up a big lead, but the rebounds are starting to add up for them. They may be able to pull away a little bit.
Yeah, they've been doing the dirty work inside, Steve, playing a very tough brand of basketball.
No problems knocking that one down. Knight's got it all tied up now for Milwaukee.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Sullinger, a screen on Knight. Here's Turner. And it goes as the official calls the foul.